everyone, welcome to my channel. So today I'll be giving you my review of the movie In the Heights that just came out on HBO Max this past Thursday, June 10th. So let's get started. So this is an adaptation of the Broadway musical by Manuel Miranda. If you don't know, if you live on a rock, creator of Hamilton. Dang, my accent always comes out when I pronounce Hamilton. Ooh, that was a good one. We'll stick to that one. So In the Heights came before Hamilton. And this movie was directed by John M. Chu. If you don't recognize the name, he directed Crazy Rich Asians. This is a love letter to the Latino community and the Latino culture. If you have seen Hamilton, you know how the lyrics go. It's a lot of rapping, singing the dialogues. As far as the singing goes, my highlights are the two main girls, Nina and Vanessa. Nina is played by Leslie Grace, and Vanessa is played by Melissa Barrera. Their singing range, it's out of this world. When they talk about bringing the musical into the big screen, the producers and the creators were thinking about big names like J-Lo, Shakira, and Lin-Manuel Miranda, he said, no. We want to make stars. And boy, do they have stars here. All four leads, Usnavi, Benny, Nina, and Vanessa. I can picture all four of them in a big major role. Usnavi's played by Anthony Ramos, Benny's played by Corey Hawkins, and like I said, Vanessa is Melissa Barrera, and Nina Leslie Grace. Anthony Ramos, if you recognize him, yes, he was in Hamilton. He falls so perfectly in this role. He has so much charisma, his smile, his little freckles. This part just fits him like a glove. Corey Hawkins, it's also very lovable. If you recognize him, he was on Straight Outta Compton. And I'm so happy for him that he's getting so much work because he can act, he can dance, he can sing, so he's got a bright future ahead of him. I heard some people saying that, he's black, so they're like, well, he's not Latin. Stupidest comment I've seen. Well, because he's black, he's not Latin? The kid that plays Sonny is the cousin of Usnavi. He's played by Gregory, what was his name? Gregory Diaz IV. And his storyline wasn't actually on the original show. So they created this storyline, which is about DACA and the Dreamers. There's a scene where he's talking to Nina and he's upset about something. And Nina says, that's only for undocumented people. And he just looks at her and gives that look, and she's like, oh. And he says, I knew I couldn't get a license, but no college? That broke my heart. We have to talk about Abuela's story. Abuela basically adopted the whole neighborhood. She's played by Olga Merediz, and the actress actually originated the role on the Broadway In the Heights, the original one. She has a big number, a very emotional number, where she sings about her struggles as an immigrant. As an immigrant, I related a lot when she talked about, working hard, and not just working hard, but working a lot. She also sang about the culture shock coming from Cuba to New York City, which once again, as an immigrant, we can all relate about leaving your home country to America and the culture shock that is. And I see lots of awards coming her way. That's how good she was. There are a couple cameos. My favorite one was Mark Anthony. He plays Sonny's dad. He's only on screen for a few minutes. His camera presence and his facial expressions and emotions, I was like, someone give Mark Anthony more acting roles. And then Ice Cream Man, Mr. Softy. When he popped up on screen, I was like, I recognize you. George Washington from Hamilton. He's played by Christopher Jackson. So that was a nice surprise because I really liked him as George Washington. Remember to fast forward the end credits. Either watch the whole credits if you want to, or fast forward to the end. There's an end credit scene, really cute and funny, with Christopher Jackson, Mr. Softy, and Lin-Manuel's character, the Piragua guy. So wait until the end of the credits. Speaking of Hamilton, on minute 29 and 47, when Nina's dad is on the phone, he's on hold, the song that's playing, little nod to Hamilton. Can I say, I'm gonna say, it's no spoilers or anything, but it's that song from King George, that really funny song. Excuse my singing, I didn't warm up today. The choreography, it's amazing. From the Latin dancing, to the salsa club with the couples dancing, to the pool synchronized swimming dance. Homage to ballet, to hip hop, to contemporary. How they choreographed that whole thing, I was just like, yes, the salsa club scene, I was like, I miss social dancing so much, so much. The production design was beautiful. All the attention to details that they put, especially on the food, you know, the café con leche with the condensed milk, the flan, the rice dishes. It made me hungry. This movie is 2 hours and 20 minutes long, and I thought it was a bit long. I don't know if it was because I was watching at home. I had to pause it a few times to go use the restroom, to refill my drink. So 2 hours and 20 minutes ended up being almost 3 hours for me. Hamilton was 2 hours and 40 minutes on Disney Plus, and I did not feel it. Like 2 hours and 40 minutes went by like this. You felt like you were on Broadway because there was the first half of the show, little intermission where you could go use the restroom, get your drink, and then the second half of the show. With In the Heights, I was like, oh, I can pause it anytime. The only itty bitty criticism that I have is that there were a lot of subplots, a lot of storylines, and there wasn't a clear lead. At first I thought, okay, Usnavi's the lead, and then Nina shows up and has her whole story about dropping out of university, and I was like, okay, Nina is the lead. And then, so it was kind of like, okay, who's the lead on the story? But it didn't affect the quality of the movie at all. This was a complete cinematic experience that I wish I went to the movie theater for this one. And this movie was delayed by the pandemic. It was supposed to come out summer 2020, so it's been delayed for almost a year. And I think them holding off to release it until theaters were open, it was really smart. This movie was made with love. It's a story about pursuing your dreams, as they call in the movie, sueñitos. It's also a story about daily struggles, like paying the bills, I can't afford an apartment, I need a co-signer, overcoming those struggles. As you can see, I highly recommend In the Heights. If you get a chance, if theaters are open where you live and you feel comfortable enough to go to the movie theater, I recommend you do. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the little notification bell so you don't miss any future videos, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching.